necesitas. Solo quiero que tú seas mía. Quiero hacértelo. La luna yo te bajaré. Mi corazón te lo daré. Conmigo vas a enloquecer. Yo quiero estar contigo.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is SPEEDy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi will bring you the sports moments of your life, and I am Benny Kuji. Today on the show, we're not talking club football. We want to talk about our national team, and there's something bothering me about our national team, and somebody just spoke about it, and I decided to bring it before the show. Our national team, we have been going down, and I've been trying to place a finger or my hands to discover the pulse. Why is our pulse fading gradually? 2 World Cups now. We have let me not say 2. The other one in Qatar, we've not gone. We didn't go. Then this one that is to be hosted by the USA, Mexico, and Canada. If we are not careful, we may not be going. I don't want to give any person. Let's say I'm not being patriotic enough. I am patriotic, but it seems like we will not be going. And what is the cause of this? This is why why I brought this show. And somebody spoke about it. Sam Sincere is in the news. He said something very, very important about that. So before we go into that, let's bring you up to speed with the latest sport news around you and around the world. FIFA officials are reportedly discussing a proposal to expand the 2030 World Cup to 64 teams. This proposal, if approved, will represent a massive jump from the 48 teams format already planned for the 2026 World Cup. The idea for the expansion was first raised by Ignatius Alonso, the head of the Uruguayan Football Federation, to celebrate the World Cup 100th anniversary. Uruguay hosted the first ever tournament in 1930. The 2030 event is already unique, with the matches scheduled across 6 continents and 6 countries. Spain, Portugal, and Morocco are the main hosts, with special centenary celebration matches in Uruguay, Argentina, and Paraguay. Proponents argued that a 64-team event will honor the sport history by allowing more nations to participate in this milestone tournament. World tennis number 1, Carlos Alcaraz, says that he will have to prepare for a new and improved Jannik Sinner after beating his great rival in the US Open finals. Sinner admitted he needed to overhaul his predictable games after losing to Alcaraz in New York earlier this month in the latest of a string of recent defeats to his Spanish nemesis. Alcaraz is playing at the Japan Open in Tokyo this week, while Sinner will compete in the China Open in Beijing in his first appearance since the US Open. Alcaraz said he would need to be ready for a different Sinner next time he faces the world number 2 on the court. Alcaraz and Sinner have dominated men's tennis this season, with the pair contesting all 4 Grand Slam finals, winning 2 each. And back to our topic of discussion. Former Super Eagles striker and coach Samson Siasia has claimed that many footballers born in Europe who represent Nigeria do so because they were unable to break into other national teams. This comes as Siasia mentioned the difference between players of his generation and the current crop of the Super Eagles. The crop of players we had during that era, that is 1999 to 1998, were great players that left the shores of Nigeria, went to Europe and came back. Not now that we are bringing in players from Europe to come and play for Nigeria. Two different things, he said. According to him, players of his time fought their way to Europe after proving themselves at home, whereas today's squad is dominated by those who were born or raised abroad. Kids that were born in Europe or went at an early age, doing well for their clubs, are back to play for the national team. If they had a chance to play for a European country, great players, they won't come. We struggled and make it to Europe, but they were born, he added. A significant number of the current Super Eagles fall into this category, including Alex Iwobi, William Trust Ekong, Ademola Lukman, Ola Aina, Collins Jai, and Felix Agu, among others. So my question today is Samson Siasia right when he says that foreign-born players who represent Nigeria are those that are rejected by European countries? And is our over-reliance on foreign-born players one of the many problems of Nigerian football? That is our topic today. So you can be a part of the show if you want to contribute to this. You can be a part of the show when you call our studio lines on 0903 648 5868. I'll take the number again, 0903 648 5868. And you can also comment on our Facebook handle. Our Facebook handle is Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. When you comment, I'll be here to read live. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Kuji.
Good evening. What is your name and where are you calling us from?
I am Austin Bako Abtoza from Adinsi.
Okay, Austin Bako, go on. Do you agree with Siasia?
Well, I agree with him. I agree with him, but I don't have anything to say much about that.
Okay.
You remember the question I threw to you the other time, last week? I talked about the politics within our national team. And I want to know much. I don't know what NFF is doing. I don't know whether they are ready to do something about it.
The politics in Nigerian football?
Pardon?
Are you talking about the politics in Nigerian football?
Of course, yes.
Okay. I'm afraid we are not actually discussing that today. Maybe another day I'll put it on the show. Then you can call them. We'll discuss about it. Right? Okay. Sorry, we are not discussing the politics in Nigerian football. We are talking about what Siasia said on the news today. Hello?
Yes, hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Oliver Nikia, better known as Busy Brain, the king of sports.
Okay.
Here in a lady.
Busy Brain, go on.
Yes, and for me, I do not agree with Siasia. For what he said, that the foreign players in Nigeria, they are the ones rejected in the foreign business country. I did not look at it that way.
So how do you look at it?
I think it's those of them that feel I will come back and play for my country that they are coming. It's not that they are rejected. So this game is all about something of love. Showing you show passion. Like you say, you are showing passion to your own country, so you are come negotiate, come and play for your country. It's not that they reject you at the place before coming. So
okay, let me just.
Where were them before they were rejected to this?
Okay, let me just ask you two questions. If a Lookman is guaranteed that he is going to break into the English team, will a Lookman decide to play for Nigeria or the English team?
That is why I say it's based on the passion of the player. For yes, most of them now they are going for money. They aiming for money. But if it's
so do Nigeria have that money to pay them? I don't think we have that money to pay them.
Yes, we don't have the money to offer them. Look at the case of, let's bring it back on. Look at the case of Ahmed Musa. He has many opportunities to go and earn money, but he returned back to play for Kano Pillars. So that is why I say it's based on your choice and where you choose or you follow to go.
Okay.
Ahmed Musa would have been in some of these places that he can get a whole lot of money, but he's not playing in a club in Nigerian league.
Okay. All right. My next question is, we relying on foreign-born players so heavily. Is it not affecting us compared to 1990, 1992 up to 1998, where our players traveled, they played in the local league before going abroad. When they came back, they were doing very, very well. Is it not affecting us?
Yes, and that I think is also affecting Nigerian football for now. Because if you look at the players we have, the calibers of players we have at home, the likes of Give to Ban, the rest. If you can call all those boys, bring all those boys back, make them together, they will play you.
Oh, it's like we lost him. He was actually making a point. If you're just joining us, this is SPEEDy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. My name is Benny Kuji. We bring you the sports moments of your life, and today we are discussing something very, very important, something that is affecting us as a country. Our football seems to be going down the drain. The last World Cup in Qatar, we were not there. This the one coming next year, we may not be there. I don't want to predict something that people will say I'm not having faith. We may not be there as things stands, because South Africa is already topping the league and the table, and we are far off on that table. So 2 World Cup for Nigeria, not attending 2 World Cup. That is a huge blow to a country as big as Nigeria. But you don't play football based on your size. We have a caller. Hello.
Well, good evening, Mr. Benjamin.
Good evening.
Okay, it's Isaac from Navy Barracks Consumer.
Okay, Isaac, hit us up. Do you agree with Samson Siasia?
Yes, I do, because I want to be very brief. I do, because if you look at the timing at which some of these players that born outside the country, the show of Nigeria, joins the Super Eagles, is always towards major World Cup, World Championship, like either Junior World Cup or Senior World Cup, this FIFA World Cup. So that's from that indication, it is obvious that the country in which they were born might not accept them, or they tried. Some of them they did trial with the national teams of those countries where they were born, and they were the selection was not really favorable to them. So that informed their decision to join Nigeria, and over time there used to be that debate prior to their joining the Nigerian national team. Over time, whether it's because they were not good enough, they were overlooked, they were not considered in the place of their birth, in the
country, their country of their birth.
Yes, country of their birth. So obviously, it's not that they are not good, but they don't have the chance in the position where they play in those national team of the country of their birth. That informed the decision. That's my take. So I totally agree with.
Okay, now the next question. The next question I ask, a quick one, is that.
Wait.
The next question I'm asking is that, are we over relying on foreign born players?
Yes, we do.
And is it affecting us?
Naturally, Nigeria as a country, we have that kind of a negative mentality and an affinity to foreign things. Anything that has a foreign tag on it, we believe that is superior to the native, which is not true.
All right, thanks for that one.
Thank you.
Yeah. So he made a very important point. As Nigerians, we love anything foreign. So when you say this person went to a foreign university, even if it is just Benin Republic or Togo here, there is this tendency that will give those people more respect than ours. Any player that is playing abroad, it's given he or she is given that respect. But Siasia made a very important point. He said them during their time, they had to play in the Nigerian league. They played in the Nigerian league. They did so well before going out to Europe. And when they went to Europe, you can see everywhere every team they played, they were just outstanding in that team. And then they came back to Nigeria to feature for the Nigerian national team. And it tells a lot. But right now, what we do is every major championship, even the current under 17, under 20 World Cup that is about taking place, the list that was released initially was dominated by foreign players, except that some of those clubs refused granting those players the permission to come and represent Nigeria, and that was why they had to reshuffle the squad to even put in some local-based players. But why is it so? Why is it so? You can have your say. You can call us. The studio line is 0903 648 5868. I'll take the number again, 0903 648 5868. You can also comment on our Facebook handle, that is Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi, and I'll read your comments here live. Now, I'm trying to do a comparison between the team of the old. Let's use it this way. I don't know if it will be okay this way. The old school players and the new school players. Okay, let's just use that for the sake of this program. Let's just use it like that. The old players. What is the difference between those players? Because a lot of people are complaining that the players we have currently, there is no zeal. That zeal that you are representing Nigeria, that you want to give your all in all for the nation, that it is not happening. But the crop of, let's say, the old players, they were so proud they were so proud of wearing that green, white, green, and they take everything so serious that to the extent that Nigeria at that time, Nigeria was rated the 5th best footballing nation on earth. I'm telling you, Nigeria was the 5th best nation on earth. And right now, where are we? What position are we even hanging on? We are hanging somewhere on the 44th nation currently. That's how bad it has become. Because I don't know if it's over reliance on the foreign based player. But if you want to say over reliance on the foreign based player, how about our league? How is our league? Our league is in shambles. When we played the just concluded chant for home base. You see how woeful the Nigerian players were, trashed by Sudan. So where is our problem? Where I told you that I'm trying to find the pause. I'm trying to find that pause where the problem is coming from. So if you have that pause, you can call us on our studio lines to tell us. The studio line is 0903 648 5868. I'll take the number again, 0903 648 5868. Let's check Facebook if we have any message there on Facebook. Okay, we don't have any message there on Facebook. So that's one of the problems we are talking about. Then some of these players we are talking about, that's the old school now. If you look at the teams they played for, they were playing for top teams. Not just playing for top teams, they were one of the in any team they are playing for, you could see that without them the team is actually missing something. They were in control of that team. When you talk of people like Finidi George for Ajax, then Finidi George was so good in Ajax. What about Kanu Nwankwo in Arsenal? Kanu Nwankwo was so good in Arsenal. JJ Okocha was in PSV that time. You remember that if you go back into history, remember that his beautiful goal against Oliver Kahn, one of the best goalkeepers in the world. He dribbled everybody, including Oliver Kahn, and scored that goal. That was how good they were. But what about now? We have players. Of course, we have players that are playing big, but you can't compare. I think apart from Osimhen, Lookman, we can't say any player is a player in his squad that without him the team will lack something. I can't see that. If you have something like that, you can let us know. So that is what we are talking about, the Nigerian player. And Siasia is actually saying this. Siasia said that their time they had to play from Nigeria here before going abroad. They are good here already before they went abroad. But now we have players there that sometimes a lot of them are not accepted in their countries before they eventually find their way back home. Do you agree with Siasia? Call us on our studio lines. The studio line is 0903 648 5868. I'll take the number again, 0903 648 5868. While we wait for your calls, let's go into another segment. The scores for today, maybe we'll just take yesterday's results, today's games that will play today, and possibly those that will be also played tomorrow. Right now, the Europa League has already started for some countries. Midtjylland, 52 minutes, they are taking on Storm Graz. Midtjylland is winning 1-0. PAOK PAOK, they are taking on Maccabi Tel Aviv, and it's 52 minutes also. The game is still 0-0. Later on today, Betis will be taking on Tottenham. Braga against Feyenoord, while Celtic will visit Crvena Zvezda. Also today, Dinamo Zagreb will host Fenerbahce, while Basel will lock horns with Freiburg. FF Malmo will host Ludogorets, while Nice will also host Roma. Those are the matches for the Europa League today. And there's also the the EFL Cup that will also take place today. The EFL Cup, a lot of matches were played yesterday. If there is time, we will go and give those results also. Huddersfield will be taking on Manchester City. Manchester City, maybe they will have to bounce back from that one against Arsenal. They didn't lose, but it was a bad game for them. Newcastle United will host Brentford City. Tottenham Hotspur will also host Doncaster, while Port Vale will also host Arsenal. Arsenal are currently a team that are in form. So for tomorrow's matches in the Europa League, GA Eagles will take on FCSB, Lille versus Brann, while Aston Villa will take on Bologna. Rangers will play Genk, Salzburg versus FC Porto, Stuttgart versus Celta Vigo, Eintracht Frankfurt versus Lyon, Young Boys versus Panathinaikos. Those are the games for tomorrow. Let's take a look at yesterday's results. Burnley. Let's see. Yesterday's result. Okay. And okay, well, we have it here. Barnsley were defeated by Brighton 6-0, and Wolves also defeated Everton. Liverpool defeated Southampton 2-1, and that is how far we can go for the show today. But for the Nigerian issue, I will just say that the national team, what we have to do, we need to develop on our league and also know how to balance between foreign and the local league. That is all the show, all we have for the show today. I'll see you tomorrow on Speedy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. My name is Benny Kuji. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless your heart. Bye.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.